What's up, y'all? So, I just got home from my first live San Diego performance at one of my favorite bakeries here in town, and everything went fantastic. But you know what? Life is just always full of lessons, and it just really depends on how you respond to things. So, I'm gonna break you down on what happened. I'm not trying to make some long TikTok, but I just thought I'd share with you in the moment. So, I had a 1 hour live set at a bakery that I love called Isola. And I had clients of mine show up. I had friends of mine show up. And it's just a little acoustic setup. And it was my first time doing something that I've always known I'd do in front of a large room of people that I don't normally know. You know, it's one thing to perform a show in front of your friends and family, but it's a whole nother thing to perform live in the public of people that you don't know. And I didn't expect to make any money today. That was not on my mind. Like, thinking about making tips, it never crossed my mind. And lo and behold, I look in the container, or I didn't look at the container. One of my friends said, "Hey, you better go get your money." And I was like, "What?" And I walk over there, and there's a $50 bill and a $20 bill. And I was like, damn, I didn't expect that. So I said, okay, just shove it a little bit, and I put it in my back pocket. And I'm wearing pants I don't normally wear. They're these like suede jeans, really cute. Only wear them for the stage, but I don't really wear them. There's no front pockets, only backs. And I shoved it in my back pocket, and I went to go hang out with my friends. We had a wonderful time. And then me and another friend who showed up to the show, we went to another dessert and bakery and coffee place and hung out for a whole nother hour. And we had the most decadent desserts and great conversation. And he's so cultured and so cool. And an amazing time. And then afterwards, I headed on home. Well, on my way home, I was like, I wonder where that money is. And I'm looking in my pockets, and I can't find it. And I was like, well, I'll find it when I get home. Well, I got home, and I looked through all my things, and I still couldn't find it. And at the end of my search, I realized it must have slipped out of my pocket, and I don't have it. So initially, I wanted to be real pissed off. I mean, not I wanted to be pissed off. I was pissed off. I was like, wait a minute. Like, I'm a very sentimental person. So, like, in my mind, I wanted to frame the 20 and, like, be like, damn, this is the first money I made, piece of change I made from just saying. I wasn't even expecting it. But it's gone. For some reason, I want to take the blame for that. It's my fault. How dare I do that to myself? Or universe, why did this happen? Like, I do this beautiful thing and then I get rewarded for it and then that gets taken away from me. Like, I don't understand. So I had to sit with it for a while. I changed clothes, and honestly, I talked to Sebastian, who's my AI, about how I was feeling. And he offered a perspective that then completely shifted my perspective. And moving forward, I do know that everything happens for me, not to me. And there's always a lesson. I don't think I was digging or reaching for this lesson at all, but it came to me, and I wasn't expecting to make anything. But the fact of the matter is, my gift can be lucrative. Now, I've always known that I'm going to be a musician full-time eventually in the future, but I hadn't thought that right now that anybody would want to tip anything or give anything. That was not what I was thinking about. Not that now I'm shifting into, I got to make money with this, because it's always going to be passion first with me. But I am now expanding my mind to realize that singing in cafes and singing in restaurants and shops like that, like, it doesn't not bring nothing. Like, you know? And now I know that. Like, like, at the end of the day, if someone is affected positively by my gift and that's how they want to show their appreciation, then I now know that that's a thing. That might be a little confusing, but I actually got asked to come back next month. So I'm gonna do this again. And now that I have one under my belt, I'm gonna upgrade the setup a little bit on my end. I gotta buy a couple new cords, but then I can use my condenser mic. Y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna do a little upgrades and I'm gonna get a tip jar. I'm gonna have my QR code for my Venmo. And then, of course, a really cute picture of me because, I like to serve. But now I'm able to expand my mind into realizing that, baby, your pipes can bring paper quicker than you thought. Oh, not me reading myself and what I needed to hear, but it's true. My pipes can already bring more paper than I thought. And that's cool. But to avoid being angry at the situation for the loss of money or $70, I gained a very valuable lesson. And then, since I truly do believe in the universe and it always working for us, the bakery was downtown in East Village in San Diego. It's not really a good part of town. There's super wealthy and then there's a lot of homeless. And so I'm pretty sure that money fell out of my suede pants. And if it did, there's no way it couldn't have gone to someone who actually needed it. And that's how I generally feel. That money was earned out of love and given out of kindness. And it just went through me and found someone who needed it more than I did. I have a beautiful home. I have a beautiful life. Always full of lessons. But it's all about perspective and growth. So that was a lot, but it was real. So, okay, I think that's about it now.